Hi you guys, welcome to my channel. There are so many things that happen to your body at different periods of your pregnancy, and a lot of these things are unspoken about. I guess only if you're like in a mommy club already. I think like a lot of people will tell you, oh yeah, I had that, oh I didn't have that, but most people will not tell you like the little tiny secrets. So that's what I'm here to do. If you are pregnant or you want to get pregnant, this is a good video for you to know what to expect. A lot of times we don't know what to expect or what pregnancy is going to be like. Everybody thinks that it's like such a beautiful thing, which clearly it is, but nobody tells you all the like nitty-gritty details. And so these are some things that took me by surprise when I was pregnant. The second trimester is actually the easiest trimester of your entire pregnancy. Most people will not be sick anymore. You won't have like that morning, nighttime, daytime sickness. You feel a lot better about yourself. Like your hormones are almost like back to almost regular compared to that roller coaster that the first one was. The second trimester is actually the easiest, so you feel more like yourself even though so many things are changing in your body. So this trimester is the trimester when you're gonna feel your baby, which is an amazing thing, but you think that you're just gonna feel like a pound, but you're not. The first thing that you're gonna feel is just almost like a little like this, like a little tickle on your stomach. So what they call that is like they flutter inside of you, and they're just so teeny tiny that you're not gonna really feel him like yet. So in the second trimester, another thing that you need to watch out for is that your skin starts to stretch to the max. So you need to be careful. You need to make sure you're putting on your creams. I don't care what they tell you. If they tell you, oh, that's all genetics, that doesn't mean that you give up on your skin. You have to try everything that you can to be able to remain, you know, who you are. So try your best to put on creams and to do what you can to not get those stretch marks. I had to switch the camera because the sun is coming in on that side. So another thing that people don't tell you about your second trimester is that this is when your jeans are not going to fit anymore. So buy a few maternity pants. Don't buy too many because you're not going to want to wear them after your pregnancy, and it's almost like a waste of money. I got mine from Motherhood. Another thing that nobody told me about was your pigmentation. Your skin can get darker in certain areas. Like my neck got a little bit darker, my armpits, and then you know, I started to get that line in the middle of your stomach, which is called the linea negra. Your heart rate is going to start going up, so you will feel like almost like you're having a heart attack. Like I had no idea. Sometimes I would feel like I had anxiety, so I would just be laying in my bed and not thinking about anything bad, but I would just start freaking out, and I'm like, why is my heart racing like I drank 3 Red Bulls? But I guess it's just your heart pumping more blood because you are, you know, hosting a baby inside. So that's totally normal. Don't freak out. Another thing that nobody told me about was that I wouldn't be able to breathe the same way in my second trimester. I expected it to come later, like more like the third trimester, but it came in the second trimester. So I was like short of breath all the time. Another thing that nobody told me about was that you would feel like this crazy pressure in your bladder. Like I asked my doctor, like, why am I feeling this? And she said it's completely normal, so don't freak out. I mean, it's just like the baby pressing down on your bladder, although you don't have to pee as much as the first trimester, which also gets a little bit more normal in the second trimester. So look forward to that. Try not to make your pregnancy like end your relationship. It's just that you do feel a little bit uncomfortable, and so what I would do is just tell him like, have you noticed this has changed about my body? And then it's up to the man to make you feel comfortable. And I hope that it's that way for you ladies. And if he doesn't make you feel comfortable and he's making you feel insecure, you definitely need to speak to him about that, because our hormones are already all crazy, and the last thing you need is somebody else making you feel like you're unattractive, like you aren't good enough. So what I like to do is I speak about my insecurity, like, hey, have you noticed my skin is changing? And you know, the man should just be like, yeah, I noticed, it's okay though, you know, it'll go back to how it was. All these things and all these changes that happen to you in any trimester are gonna go back to being the same way. Like, I've only been a month since I gave birth, and my skin is the same, like all the discoloration, even the swollenness has gone down tons. So as long as you just stay healthy and continue to do what you normally did before you were pregnant, you should be able to go back to go back to the same weight and the same routine that you used to have. If you are expecting, congratulations. And if you haven't watched my first video on the first trimester, things to expect, go ahead and go watch that. And like always, we're just keeping it real. This is mommy life, and it's a beautiful thing. So don't get discouraged and stay positive. Love you guys.